Show me love, treat it like we freaking on a weekend. Show me love. I eat up the seconds, times, and reasons for your love. This is not the season for nobody else but us. I always get wrapped up in you, baby. I'm in love. We gon' get this love like we never done it. Baby, I'm in love. Go ahead, show me love like we never done it. Ooh, I got you running. Every time I give you some, show me love. This love, 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 love. We gon' get this love, 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 love. Every time I give you some, I got you running.
Hey, bitches! We are back again. Hold on, I got something in my beard. All right.
Wait. You know what I'm saying? Pause.
Okay.
Pause it.
Hold on. We back again, bitch. Another episode. As always, I got my motherfucking him niggas with me.
Girl.
I said I was gonna act a fool.
Every episode you should. Mr.
Yeah,
Go
yeah.
off. Yep.
Hey, Stevie.
Hi, Mama. How are you?
You are over there. You wrapped.
Mama, can we talk about Mother Nature, how she's a bitch? I need her to stop her shit. Bitch.
Yeah,
I'm getting
child.
sick. I need her to get a child. How?
I'm sorry. I love this weather.
She switched up.
She switched up real quick on the
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I actually was waiting though. Like I felt like,
No,
you know, it's
ma'am.
been
It was
really
too
warm
warm.
lately.
No,
I need
fall
the heat.
lasted
Yeah.
all of 4.5 seconds. It's my
Right.
favorite.
Fall with
It's my
summer.
favorite
part two.
season.
I
Yeah.
didn't like that.
And
She said, "Get right.
and winter was like, girl, and the fuck.
I'm here."
I took your ass out, Mr.
Okay. And what?
Mhm.
Hey, Aaron.
What up with it?
How are you?
Yeah, I'm chilling. I think I was launch into what I've been doing, which is nothing. But
well, hold on. I'm
right.
gonna come back around. Oh well, hold on. Let me get the. And hey, Trey,
Hi, darling.
how you doing?
Well, what you got?
Nothing. I'm gonna see. This is what I said I was gonna do
I'm
differently this
watching.
time. I'm going to give y'all the icebreaker question. So while we're checking in, the girls can prepare their
Look at
puss.
that.
so we
I
can
like
break
it.
the ice.
So y'all can prepare y'all motherfucking puss.
Girl.
Because every
To
time
be
we do the
pat
icebreaker, the
ready.
girls are like,
Mm.
Oh Lord.
Just because you like giving it to us fresh, and I'm not here for that.
I have a
That's like he
few.
doesn't give it to us ahead of time.
Girl, like,
girl.
send us an email.
This is a good one. This is a really, really good one. So think about this. If you could start a charity, what would it be for?
Jesus.
So,
A charity.
a charity.
Here we go.
Miss
I'm
Gonna
Danielle.
put this out.
I'm about to say I'm a damn charity.
Okay, well.
Period. There we go.
So, Stevie, tell me something nice. What have
I
you
said,
been
don't
up
start with me,
to?
Miss Thing. I gotta
No,
think
I'm
about my
not.
question.
I'm not.
I ain't been up to shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, I've been having, again, I think I've mentioned this on episodes. I've been having a lot of bad days. I have been in a search for a therapist. A lot of things at home are not good. And I don't know if you guys remember on like previous episodes, I've been talking about like I am like the rock of the house and I'm starting to shatter and break. But I am also trying to keep the light and being inspiring and just keeping my light shining. But I am in search for a therapist at the moment. I'm also still in search of work, which that's another story in another sense. But altogether, I'm trying to keep myself, focused and doing shit, and not letting dark days take me out.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty much it.
I love you, baby.
Love you down.
We love you.
I'm glad that I'm glad the follow-up was like, I'm seeking a
Oh,
therapist.
bitch, ain't nothing changed over here. It's some days, but mama's never going out. You know that. Look.
I'm never worried about you. If that
Absolutely.
makes
Thank you,
any,
baby.
sense. And also, don't let it overwhelm you. I think
Oh,
when
no.
we have so many, or we're trying to work on so many aspects of our life, it can be very overwhelming. Like you said, the family, the job, and everything. So
I'll take
just
a
keep
tip to your house for a glass of wine. every now and then.
Okay,
You know how that goes,
keep your
mama.
head up, bitch.
Always.
Stevie was at my last kickback, which motherfuckers wants us to, motherfuckers, bitch.
What?
He says that it does not invite.
Right.
So
Well, hold on.
I don't
I
get,
just,
what are you
hold on.
saying?
Hold on. I ain't said
Gather.
it. I'm about to say what I'm going to say.
Oh, okay.
I'm about to say what I'm about to say.
I'm just trying to figure out.
That
what
was
I'm saying.
that was the tester to if I'm going to have more functions. The test went well.
Okay.
I will be having more functions, and you will be getting an invite.
And
I
the girls
expect
better
y'all
pull the
to
fuck
pull
up.
the fuck up, bitch.
Right.
Okay.
That's all.
Don't
As
try
long as I
me.
get more than
That's all I
24
gotta
hours
say.
notice,
Oh, yeah,
I will
uh-huh.
surely be there.
That's why I
You
said
said how
I
many
didn't-
hours?
More than 24 hours.
That's why I said I didn't invite the girls. It was like literally a tester. This was like last minute, but it turned out really well. Not that I had any apprehension that it would.
Yeah.
But yeah, how have you been? You're looking real good. I'm loving
yeah.
the color scheme.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm good. I don't
can't.
know. Like, you know, I just been living my life like it's golden. Like just got told me to.
Yes.
What have I been doing? I've been listening to a lot of music.
Coming out.
I am so very like I don't like to listen to new shit that often. I listen to the same like 4 songs like over and over and over again. And if I listen to a new song, if I like it, I'll just add that into like the rotation. I'm not really good at listening to albums, so I'm trying to like you know sit down and just listen to the like I'm not good at that. So I'm trying to do more of that. So, cause you know, there's not enough music on my phone. Like I just, you know, when you go through your all song shuffle or you scroll through like all your songs and you get to the bottom too quick and you be like, well, girl, what the fuck?
Oh, then girl, how?
Child?
Well, speaking of
My
music,
phone-
speaking to you, Aaron.
Yes, speak to me.
I listened to Third Story's entire album yesterday, and I see why that fits into your je ne sais quoi, mama.
Yes.
I see why that's your thing. They have a vibe. Yeah. I see why that's your thing, though. I definitely see. I'm like, oh, this is his vibe.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm really, really big into harmonies.
And they give that.
And lots of you know, belting and lots of key changes. and
Yes, they do that.
all that such. And I'm also really into sad music. And
Yes, we know.
that
Few
entire
of those
album,
songs
except
sad.
for one song, the entire album is sad except
Yes,
for one
it
song.
is.
So yeah,
Isn't that album called like Cold Heart? Or something?
yes, it's called Cold Heart.
So
I
that
was
makes
like,
sense.
wow.
It's just
Yes,
the same
absolutely
name.
beautiful. So, hey, everyone, listen to Third Story's album, Cold Heart.
We
Especially,
give a lot of promos. to
especially
Third
if you're
Story.
sad about some stuff, you know, like if you're going through some relationship stuff or some friendship stuff, go ahead and listen because, you know, it'll take you there. And, you know, it's good to express your emotions. And if you can do that through song, then that's.
In-house school.
School's good. You know, it's real routine at this point. You know, like we've moved past midterms. And so now we're like, okay, girl, coming into the, you know, the home stretch or whatever. So,
Come on, home stretch.
so yeah, that's going well. I still think one of my professors is fine. You know, he's getting finer.
When the fuck you gonna shoot that shot, mama?
You know, like I'm not
They
gonna do
can't
that.
They'll get
it's
fired.
a key, ladies.
I'm not gonna do that.
It's
But
like a key lady.
you know, he's growing some facial hair now.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, oh, you know, let me blue skidoo up in there.
You
So,
can do, yo.
but other than that, yeah, you know, I just been.
And what's going on with your music? I remember like last.
What's teenies?
Yeah,
What's
I've been-
teenies?
You know, and you know, so everyone has really been like
On
coming
your
at
back.
me lately, and I'm irritated about it. Y'all need to leave me alone. No, I'm kidding.
Say less.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't know, man. Like I'm still writing, and it's just there is a certain element of fear there when it comes to getting in the studio. It took me a very long time to get used to how my voice sounds recorded. I didn't like it. I hated it actually, and avoided it at all costs. And now that I'm like, you know, somewhat comfortable with it, it's like finding that confidence to be like, hey, you know what? This is something that I wrote, and it deserves for me to record it. You know, it deserves to be an actual thing and not just something in my notes app. So just still working like down that road of like, you know.
You galloping like that too?
Yeah.
She bouncing on it.
You know? Okay.
Hey.
What you making that face for, sis?
Okay.
You can't take me bouncing?
Yeah.
Keep bouncing, bitch. No shade.
Yeah. I bounce, nigga.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
And Trey, my darling, how have you been? Tell me something nice. What have you been up to? Update the girls.
I had to like get that visual understanding of like him bouncing.
Bounce, bitch.
Of her bouncing on the dick.
Scared.
As you should.
Oh, midterms did happen.
They did.
I failed one
That's okay.
tragically, but I already knew I was gonna fail it.
I can't say tragically.
Due to the fact that I forgot it even was existed. Like the midterm came and I was like, oh, we have a test? And then I was like, who gives a fuck? What else? I'm not doing anything. I'm honestly bored. I've been in the house. I wasn't invited to this kickback, you know.
It was a test run.
It's not like I
That's
drink
very
or smoke or anything, so I would be honestly a little.
The shade is I was there, but you know.
He was
I'd be like, that does not mean a damn thing.
We was in there. We was
She
like,
only- the only time, and that's
I'd
the
be like,
thing.
she don't come outside.
I
so
stay right by his school. Like I don't live that.
You stay
far.
by Fordham?
Yeah,
Yes.
basically.
The funniest part
That's
is
the shade.
y'all all used to tip past my school
Oh, yeah.
and not see a damn word to
Well,
me.
I would
And
stop by.
Well, Malik would be the only one who would stop by, and then I
But
would
you
be
also
see,
said you didn't want to come out. So
I would
yeah.
see photos and be
by
like
the school.
near the school or like Madison Square Garden. I'd just be like,
girl. You cannot
You
live
never
in
see me.
Manhattan and not
Bitch,
pass
ain't
34th
one.
Street.
bitch,
You
ain't
never
want to
see
have
me.
lunch with me. We could have went and got salads.
girl, I go to school and I go home.
We could have went
Girl.
to Panda Express.
Not
Ooh.
Panda.
Oh my God, my apologies.
No, no, you might be speaking my language. Yeah,
I
love
knew that
Panda
would have
Express.
got you. I knew that
love
Not
Panda
Panda for me though.
No, I love
I know what we can eat.
Oh yeah.
I
You don't like the
what we
panda,
can
bitch?
eat.
No, girl.
Oh,
Mm.
okay.
She's,
I love
you know
the
how,
panda, bitch.
You know
No
how
shade.
her palate is real delicate.
Girl.
Mm.
You know about the fried food though.
Yes.
I mean, bitch, I got a fried chicken in here.
I cannot with you.
You know me, look.
Oh my god.
I'm hungry
But yeah,
now.
that was it. This
Speaking
all
of
I'm
fried,
in.
chicken, what's up with all that pandemonium in the Popeyes?
Girl.
Has anybody tried it?
Absolutely,
I
more than one
refuse.
time.
Ah,
And I'm going
you-
to try it again.
Is it
bitch.
really good?
It's fab.
Oh my god.
I haven't had it yet.
It's
I
amazing.
haven't had it.
Shout out to Popeyes.
There's a Popeyes that's somewhat near my apartment, and they already have a little sign up to say, "Oh, it'll be back soon."
So they ran out already?
Yeah, well,
That- by
that
you?
location.
Oh
I'm not
my
saying
God.
I'm not saying all. Look, I'm saying my
Yeah.
location near me.
I'm about to take
And I'm not
girl.
really willing to travel a super long
Right,
way
else,
to like
yeah.
the next nearest Popeyes.
Shit, I wouldn't expect
So,
you to.
you know, I figure that one day. Because I feel like they're not gonna take it off the menu again. They're just gonna keep running out and replenishing. Like they know that it makes too much
They
money.
know
at this
that's the
point.
money.
Why
Yeah.
are they
So-
running out though? That's the thing.
People keep people
are
be, no,
acting
people be dead ass be going in there
ridiculous.
and ordering like 25 sandwiches at
Yeah.
I
once.
saw
Get
people
out.
selling them on eBay.
Oh my god.
And for what reason? Because now it's stale. Like I
Right.
don't want that.
I do want to have it because everyone that has had it said that it is good. It's just that if there are shenanigans like associated with,
With
it,
it,
I
right.
don't necessarily want to
Yeah,
go
girl.
in and have to deal with that. I think it's
Yeah.
really awful that people are treating those workers that way.
Yes,
Um,
those videos are disgusting. that
You know,
I've
I
seen.
don't, and to be honest, I don't like how people are taking pictures of the workers and making them into memes.
Yeah, that shit is not
yeah.
funny.
I don't like that. That's not funny to me.
No.
Like, because
At
I used to work in
all.
fast food, and that.
I
Here's
don't
the thing. It don't matter how
Where you
nice you
work.
think you are.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when it comes to customer service, you niggas are awful. Like,
Watch it.
customers are awful. You know what I'm saying? You walk in there, it's like you feel entitled. And it's like, sweetheart, like, I'm a person. I'm not just a fast food worker. Like, I actually have a whole life.
Word.
And I don't like when people do that. Like, whenever I see that, I
feel
tend to
bad.
block the person that did it.
That is your life story.
I
say,
bitch,
if
when
you
I
post
say.
something, I see it. You're like the person who sees something from somebody else on somebody else's page and
And
be
come.
like,
Yep.
I'm gonna block you.
I'm gonna
for
preemptively
safekeeping."
block because it's like because I'm gonna forget, and then later when you follow me and I follow you back, and then I'm gonna find out later that you a douchebag. No, I'm gonna block you now, and I'm gonna
So
go
we
about my
get on.
business. You know what I'm saying?
Lord, you couldn't even let them do
I had to
something
put-
personally for
My
us.
my heart goes out to anybody that has like a front facing job where like
Yeah.
you don't have like I mean even me like I work at a front desk and someone can come up and like basically invade my space.
Yeah, you don't
and-
always have the chance to like go to the back.
Yeah, or control the situation
Yeah.
at all. So like again, and specifically with fast food, it's even worse because it's like
I'm about to
bitch.
say, bitch, when I was working at fast food, I used to carry on the girls.
Not
So
only
don't
is somebody
let me
able
do
to
that.
just
I'm
walk
not
up and
the
Yeah.
whatever, but you have to maintain a certain level of like decorum with that person. Well, not have to, but like you're supposed to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like keep it unless outlandish
job.
situations are obviously exempt, but and people are mean.
And I've seen in those worst case
People
scenarios
are
where
mean.
customers have walked behind the counters in those videos, and it's just like, oh
It's
my
it's
god,
happened to me
like,
at Arby's before.
Yeah.
Somebody gets like belligerent because for whatever reason, people get for the dumbest and most non-existent as reasons, and they will come up in your shit like. And it's
bitches better
like,
be on
so
their
do I
P's and
fight you? Like,
Q's.
I'm not trying to show what else to do here. Like,
my first thought is to throw that damn frag grease on you.
child,
Bitch, I'm
Come
talking
over here if you want to.
Come on in,
Bitch.
sis.
you know what I'm saying? I just made a
Okay.
fresh batch.
Okay.
The
The
fuck?
grease is hot. The wedges.
Okay.
Okay, so back to our icebreaker. Oh, I didn't really check in.
What's up?
Ain't shit. Bitch.
Same shit, same
okay,
bitch.
ain't shit. Back in the studio. We recording It's nice to be back on the airways. I forgot to say, did we shout out to our African listeners the last time?
Yes,
Shout out to
you
the
did.
African
Okay,
listeners.
I just want to say shout
out
out
to them
again.
One of them,
because-
one of them reached out to me personally. It was like, "I love y'all from South Africa."
Yeah, I love the South African love. I
Mhm.
love the Black love. I
Yes,
love
ma'am.
the queer LGBTQ love.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just say tell a friend about us. Share us. We love all of the likes. We love all of the messages that we receive. And I just wanted to say that because I feel like we always say that at the end.
Yeah.
And we get away, and it's just like a last thought. So I just wanted to start that.
Shake it up.
Wait, so I'm not gonna lie. I've been laughing. This is one thing this entire, since Friday. I'm gonna say the entire week, but it only happened on Friday. So our question thread, and we posted I said what 4 celebrities would you have sex with? That was
Child.
in the mood.
Oh, I didn't.
And why
got mine.
somebody
I paid it.
wants-
I was
I
like,
ain't
oh,
do
girl.
mine yet.
girl,
I ain't do it yet.
somebody posted there's 4 members of him, right? I said,
Holla at a player.
who said that?
Who that is? Let me go look through them
I'm not famous
questions.
yet, though.
Who that is? What's up?
I'm
Could
not
you
famous.
handle? You couldn't. I feel like no one could handle all 4.
I'm not famous.
I mean, no. One at a time,
That's
child.
not
No.
famous.
I'm not
One at a time. One at a time.
I'm
I
not
don't know.
famous.
One at a time.
You got to make an appointment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Make
saying?
an
You gotta make an
Exactly.
appointment. Look, check your schedule.
Okay.
Call the office.
Okay.
Call the office.
Leave a voicemail.
RSVP.
You know what I'm saying?
Apply for the job. Okay.
Leave your number.
I can't.
The
Send
fuck?
your application in the mail.
Girl.
Play these games.
I can't.
Anybody had some good sex? Anybody
no
dating?
sex. Mm-mm.
Anybody
Sex with
want a
myself.
good
That's
date?
it.
Aaron, you seem like you had something to say.
You had some
had
sex?
some
Yeah.
good sex?
You had some good sex?
No.
Okay.
I just saw the mouth open a little bit like,
Yeah, I reconsidered.
and then I was like, is he
You
going to
thought
share
about
it
it?
or
Look.
I was like, nah,
Yeah.
that's not worth it.
Okay.
Cannot.
Wait, I saw something somewhere about people only having sex with their exes.
Oh,
I seen that on
Like
Twitter too.
if they were in a they weren't in a relationship, they were single, and they would only have sex with their exes. Like that's all. They don't go over to new people, but they only have sex with their exes.
I don't see
And
nothing
this
about that.
person was for a dumb reason, aka, I want to keep my body count low.
Mm.
But
Um,
That's a child.
I was I was like, do people really just only like for me? I don't deal with any of my exes just because I feel like that stops progress. So
I
do
tweeted about this.
Oh,
I don't like.
it wasn't you.
No, I know. No, that wasn't me. But I don't like this obsession with exes that pervades just society in general. Everyone is always so like, oh, what my ex is doing, and oh, I'm just trying to upgrade on my ex, and oh, my ex wishes they could be me because look at me, I'm doing so much better now, and blah blah blah. And I'm like, you niggas are losers. Like, please stop looking backward like that. Why the fuck are you so obsessed with what this person is doing?
I don't think. Look, I think you're taking. I think you might be taking it
Yeah.
wrong. I think you may be
No, I'm
taking
not
it wrong.
taking it wrong, but I'm still gonna get my piece. You know how I do. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, in
'Cause
that
it's
case,
like-
I don't have anything.
You know
to
what?
say.
I have sat and I have
Don't say it.
watched for years. All these people it's like they break up with a person, and they get in a new relationship, and they can't wait to post a picture with a little caption to you flexing on them or whatever, this and that. And I'm like, yo, like, why? You know what I'm saying? You're not with them together.
it's a
Like,
little
and if you're
hurt.
still dealing with that, then you need to not be with that person. You have a whole new person that has feelings for you, a whole new person that's like, yeah, this is gonna be a new thing, and you can't wait to get on Instagram so you can post some shit on your story and then go on and be like, oh, my ex watching my stories. I guess you gonna see my relationship. Ooh, get into it.
Yeah.
Will you grow up? Like, that is so whack to me.
I had to tell myself that this kind of goes with it. I know I'm so always off topic, but
Wait a minute. Can we stop doing that?
what?
Stop telling us that we going off a track and off topic, girl.
Okay,
they know what
look.
we give.
It's no
I've been listening
shade.
back.
We
I've been like,
never
girl,
stay on
we're
topic.
never on topic.
I'm an
Stop
off-topic
doing that.
bitch.
We're
What is the
never.
topic?
We never stay on
Well,
topic.
right. There is
Over.
no topic. But I was gonna say that a lesson learned is not punishment, or I think sometimes attesting to what you just were talking about, how when we break up with someone, we kind of look at that as as something bad, and then it turns into wanting your ex to see you stunt or be happy. But it's just well, girl, are you really happy if you have to go through all of those motions to prove that you're happy? You
Exactly.
know. So yeah, I kind of agree with what you said.
Yeah.
But also,
What's up,
there's
Stevie?
nothing.
Hey,
Look,
don't
there's
be over
nothing,
me.
there's
No,
nothing wrong
I'm
with
not reading you.
piggybacking.
No,
you
but here's
know?
my thing.
Understand
When we
that
get
I
on
love
here,
you.
we all get. No, I'm not gonna read you out, baby. It's not even giving.
I
that.
love you.
I just want to speak for those who look at a different side than you look. You give your opinion. I'm damn sure gonna give mine.
No, for sure.
Welcome to the View.
For sure.
Welcome to the
Oh,
View.
girl.
No, absolutely not. But that was the key. No, it's just that if said person has a good relationship with their ex, that's just their
No, that's not what I'm
relationship.
talking about at all. I'm
So-
talking about
Go ahead.
when I say obsession, I mean in a negative way, or you're always trying to do
Show 'em
something
up.
to show them that you're like
Okay.
everything that you do
I
is
had
like
to check.
based off
Look.
of
Right, that's
like,
what I said. You take it
Yeah.
out because I'm like,
Girl, I just talk about
I
my ex
have,
on this
like,
these episodes a couple
there,
times. I'm
there,
like,
I have
watch
two of my exes I'm super close friends with. I love them dearly.
Mm-hmm.
They've become like they're amazing, and I'm really really happy to have them in my life. Now, that doesn't mean that when I start dating somebody, I'm gonna post some song lyric that says like, oh, flexing on my ex, and
you just want the girls to move on.
And it's like everything you do in life. You get a new job. Ooh, can't wait to fucking buy this new shit so my ex knows that like I'm doing better without him. You get a new house. Oh, can't wait to decorate so my ex
never
knows that
been that
when
girl.
he stalks
I
my
just move on.
page, you know what I'm saying, and he sees my new apartment. Really? Like everything that you do revolves around your ex? Like, could you move on maybe?
It's very much connected to the opposite of like doing everything to be in a relationship.
You know, and I got an issue with that too.
We had a couple episodes ago, we kind of talked about the scenario. It was a listener question about, just again, we talk about like preparing, like dating someone to marry and things of that nature. And it's just like, well, girl, why are you, why do you have this job? Why are you amassing this money? Why are you doing these things? And it's just like, you're only doing those things to make you look better.
Yeah, so you can
in
bring
a
more to the
relationship.
proverbial table.
Or be
It's
more
like-
eligible. Like,
Yo.
and it's just like, okay, that's all cute and things, but what's the ultimate, like, what's the end goal? What are you trying to do?
Also, let me tone down my aggression. Like I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I'm mentally reviewing like everything I've been saying in my head. I'm like, I'm real like pointed.
That was
so
a
let
lot.
me dial that back.
But
It's-
those two things are kind of connected, you
Yeah.
know? But yeah, the charities. What charity? Charity. Charities.
the only thing I just keep
Icebreaker.
going back
Look.
to organizations and charities that already exist. It's like I can't really think of something that hasn't been done before.
Okay.
Something that's not doing it better. I know that this is not a charity. It's more of an organization. But the Black Veterans Project, that Kyle Bibb and Richard Brookshire head off. Like anything having to do with that, because as y'all know, I am a veteran, and veterans in general, and then especially Black veterans, and then I'm talking about queer Black veterans, but they don't care about us basically. You know what I'm saying? And so we kind of have to create our own. So and then I also was thinking about, because homeless, the plight of the homeless is very close to my heart. But there are so many organizations, charities that are doing it. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I try to think of what I would start, I always go back to, what is already there. So
And nothing's wrong with that, though. We need more of it, definitely.
yeah.
I would say mine would specifically be for like queer people of color that are like homeless. I don't know. Like, I always talk about like people here in New York, you have to either be super poor or like to get anything, and there's never really anything or any help for people that are in the middle. So there are like a lot of people are homeless that have full-time jobs.
Yeah.
And they're like people going back to shelters like that work with you and I, or like that go to school with you and I, and it's just like that's a lot. So I would like to have a charity for like people who don't quite have enough to like get over. If
Yeah.
that makes any
The working
sense.
class.
Make
I
any
get you. No, I'm with you.
And specifically people who are Black and queer, because when I was in the shelter system, I met a lot of girls, the girls, and it was just very, it was a crazy experience, and it's a lot of us like in the shelter system, and I want to help my girls. So,
I dig
the
it.
girls.
I'm with that.
any other charities out there?
No.
Any charities?
We're the charity of the bad bitches. Let me
Girl,
I would run.
Hey,
I would run a charity
I mean,
like that.
The bad
I want
bitch fund.
The bad
Actually,
bitch
Bad
fund.
bitch fun.
Wake your
The-
ass
I mean,
it
up.
could be for the trans girls.
Yeah, no
the trans
shade.
girls, like no
I
shade.
turn
like,
it up.
because there's already Black trans travel, which
Yeah.
I love.
So that's my charity, the bad bitches.
Come on, Bad Bitch
you
Fund?
can-
Bad Bitch
I feel
Fund.
like that. This is. I just came up with an idea, but
What's
like
up?
for the trans, for the trans girls and the trans just trans people who are transitioning into like full-time work.
Yeah.
Maybe you could get them like get
Clothes.
everything,
And they
clothes,
bad.
wigs, everything,
Yeah.
get them, and
Yeah.
then be
Bad.
like
You know what I'm
the
saying?
bad
Any
bitch-
product,
bad
like,
bitches.
you know,
bitch
things that they
fun.
might need.
Yeah,
like
that would be
That's the
that would
over,
actually-
girl.
Bad bitch fun.
The face.
That would be
the
over.
face
No.
of the term, Miss Thing.
And I want to say
Oh,
shout out.
now I have a charity, but go ahead.
No, I want to say shout out to the working trans girls, and
Yeah.
when I say working regardless, but when I say like working in the public eye, like fast food, office settings, like I be gagging, but
Living.
I be living too,
Yes.
because I'm like, Miss Thing, you
Hi,
I be here
sis.
making your coin,
and then
Hi,
also,
mama.
you know,
It's
there
beautiful to
obviously
see.
that type of thing. You know, we not everyone needs a job, but you know, like people need jobs, and so you're working, and that's
Yeah.
But like there's an amount of strength that I really admire, you know, from trans people, you know, and we talked about that when we had Morticia and Devin on, like living, you know, like in the open, you know, just like walking around and being coded as queer and kind of, you know, the strength that takes.
Yeah.
And I really admire it. So
Yeah. And that takes me to another conversation. How like, bitch, sometimes we own so many labels that we may not necessarily want to. You know, like what you just said. It's just like it's such it's a beautiful moment to see like just us living out loud, and as well as like my trans sisters when I pull up somewhere and yeah, like just like the gravity that has, and just receiving that
show.
it's beautiful. That's why shout out to the bad bitch fun, bitch.
right,
Shout out to the bad bitch fun.
That's really a good
Shout
idea
out to
though.
the
Girl.
a
bad
Like,
section of me is giving that serious thought.
yeah,
you
like
should.
I'm like, girl,
Pull up to my
that's
bumper, why
the
don't you?
tea.
I have absolutely no idea where to start, so I'm gonna have to talk to some people.
Y'all
but-
playing around,
I'm
but those
not
ideas
gonna
start
lie.
with these conversations. like,
No, I'm not. I
literally
don't.
thinking about
There are
several ways to
there's
make that
there's a,
actually
yeah, there's a lot
effective.
of different.
I
I don't know.
actually have
We'll see.
I know Sephora was running this campaign where they were like letting
with
trans
Jamal
people,
and them.
or, well, just letting trans people come in
Yeah.
and get their makeup done and learn how to do their makeup
that's
for
dope.
free.
Yeah.
Just because you know some people don't know how to do makeup, and you know we want our girls to look great.
If they want to do makeup.
Yeah, if they want to do makeup.
know.
So yeah. So
Shout out to the bad bitch fun.
yeah.
I love the
But
idea
what
of
was your
that.
idea, Trey?
Yeah, we'll talk about this later.
Yeah.
Mine is a fund for LGBTQ youth in school to offset after school programs.
Mm.
Because I feel like that is you have no idea where you like can go, what to do. After school programs are normally like run around in the gym for 30 minutes. And then you're like
Y'all like the ghetto, bitch. We used to do that. Bitch,
I know.
that's the ghetto.
but like run around or
Look.
like play an after school sport or like
Oh no, we was doing
things.
but you know, no, it was only because I went to it was an all white place that
Well,
I went to for 3 years, and because of that, like it was called Peak, and I think it stood for something, but it was a after school program. But we was going on trips.
yeah, I mean, like it depends.
You know
on,
what I'm saying, bitch? We
the,
was doing the things,
the school district,
gardening and shit.
Because I know, like, I'm from Philly, and the school district of Philadelphia ain't got but like $5 today.
Right? Yeah.
So they all sharing books. They're all sharing computers. They're all sharing school spaces. And both my parents are in education. So I feel like that would offset kids just being outside, getting into shit, and just in school learning about something, whether it's their own history, whether it's just being around people that just
Or for
feel like
pursuing their
them.
interests or building on their interests and that sort of thing. You know.
I think that's my fun.
I
But
think
this
I like
bad
that.
bitch fun.
yeah.
We speaking on
That's it,
this
okay.
afterwards.
I guess as a group effort. Yeah.
I love it.
Oh, okay.
I love
Work,
it.
y'all.
I love it. So yeah, we've been talking a lot about our childhood.
Oh God.
We've been going back. We've been doing talking a lot of things about like adulting and just stepping into this like new phase of our lives.
New era.
And I wanted to talk about just like reprogramming, specifically things that we may have learned in our early years, toxic behaviors, homophobic, transphobic behaviors that we still may hold on to, and what that looks like for us now that we are grown and kind of living our life. We don't have anyone speaking for us. So we have to be accountable for, our own self and learning and whatnot. So I wanted to talk about reprogramming and how to unlearn toxic behavior.
How do you unlearn toxic behavior?
When it's
Just don't do it again.
I know how
right.
people try and learn.
Just don't do it again.
It's more of, I feel like a part of, I don't want to say cancel culture, but a part of the whole putting people on blast thing on social media is a part of it trying to be I'm going to put you out on Front Street so that now you reprogram and relearn what you did was wrong. And it may not always be the most positive aspect of it. Like, I'm thinking of, like, I've seen so many Twitter beefs in the last 3 weeks.
Oh yeah, there have been a lot.
And
there have been a lot.
Honestly,
there have been a
2
lot.
hours.
But I think it's more of like trying to, instead of confronting the person one-on-one, it's more of, I'm going to put you out on Front Street so everybody knows what you're doing. And so you can't hide away from that fact that there's a toxic behavior within you. And then you have to really self-internalize it, because if, depending on who it is that you're arguing with or whatever, that person may have a following. Those people may take up tweets and start a whole thing. And then you're kind of forced to, like, rethink your actions of what you're doing. Now, some people are forced to rethink and then are a victim in it. And so really they're thinking of, like, what they did in the process doesn't really translate. But I think that is what some of the whole cancel culture type of thing is to do, is to kind of like, hey, rethink your shit.
So I saw
It's not what's working, though.
a tweet that said that, they wished that, the name had been accountability culture instead of cancel culture, because it's kind of harder to get away from that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's harder to write about that and be like, it's not real. It should be.
Yeah.
Especially if you using the word accountability, like holding people accountable for the things that they say and the things that they do. I had to learn. I don't know. Like I say I had to learn, but I don't want to make it seem like anyone else has to learn this. But when it comes to being online and, people confronting you or being like, hey, that was dumb what you just said. Like, I have decided to try to move away from wanting people to just DM me instead, and like school. People say, why don't you just DM me? Why you have to, like, in front of the whole, you know what I'm saying? And it's like,
Put me to the side.
I don't know, like, how I feel, and I can only speak for me, but it's like, I put this out, on a public forum. Now, it might have been meant only for my followers, but, there's always a chance that somebody else is going to see it. Then on top of that, if there's a chance that what I'm saying is disrespectful, offensive, wrong in some way, shape, or form, I would really rather you tell me than just let me, and then just like be like, tweet about it, like, ooh, y'all niggas being stupid, whatever. So, and I'm trying to do better at, like, reaching out and saying things to people, and I'm trying to do better at being receptive when people do the same to me. And it's not easy. There are times where I'm like, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? You don't know.
No, bitch, fuck
Nigga,
you.
you don't know me. But trying to separate whatever it is, whatever tone they said it with or whatever attitude, and just like get focused on, like, the words. Like, okay, what are they actually saying to me though? Like, what should I be thinking about? Trying to do better at that. But yeah, let me pass.
I wanted to look before my high ass forget what I wanted to say.
Yeah, you go.
I have quite a few things that I want to say, but one thing that I don't like about, under the umbrella of reprogramming, we were talking about the cancel culture. One thing that I have an issue is, like, when teaching someone, my last, like, effort is, like, to use shame. I don't think anybody learns anything through the use of shame. So much so that, like, when it's time for the lesson to be learned, they're more or less receiving the lesson out of fear of being shamed than, like, actually learning about, like, just the devastation that their actions may have affected other people or what have you. So again, like, I'm not gonna use shame, but with reprogramming, it does take a level of accountability for the person that is, like, learning what needs to be learned. And I don't necessarily think that we live in a society for people to, like, come full circle about, like, their mistake, actually following through with the lesson, and then like coming back to understand like, hey, like this is bad behavior and I need to change it, and this is why I need to change it. So yeah.
I think
That was a
everyone
lot.
just needs an accountability coach. We all need Teddy Mellencamp
no.
to follow us around and just be accountable for our actions.
Okay.
I love that. Wait, that was the first time I found out what an accountability coach was.
I can't.
And I actually approve of it. It's a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
But I feel like I really would approve of like everyone having an accountability coach.
What's something that we've learned? What's something that's toxic that we may have like learned and are in the process of unlearning or working on?
Look, mine is just punching people in the face.
Well, that's girl.
That's
What?
toxic behavior.
Huh?
That's
I
a
need
thing
something
of like,
tangible
Right.
to like work with and to work through. You always give me an answer that I can't work with that bitch. No shit.
I just want to beat people
Girl,
up.
we can't.
knocking
we
bitches
can't
in the
work through
head
that
with
shit.
our
that.
million
And we
do that.
know, girl.
is a little bit the point.
Mm-mm.
But what was the question again?
What?
Mine is having the last word.
Same.
Oh.
And I'm still, girl. It takes so much out of me
To not do it, right? Because let's talk about how the girls be trying it all the fucking
It
time.
is not beautiful, and it leads me down roads that I, as a person, should not be going down.
Same.
It's funny that you say that because I don't think that that's one of the things that sets me back. But you know, people will comment on your tweet with like some like shit,
Bullshit.
and you be like, and so what I've been trying to do is like just don't respond to whoever. Just like literally do not in the subtweet, nothing. Just like, you know, scroll right past it in my mentions and keep on, you know, living my life, because it's like I'm not going to give any energy to that, because like, you know, you can kind of tell off of a tweet whether it's like a kind of like let's learn together or like or a hey, I'm just going to call you out type energy. So I'm trying to do better at that. But it's funny that you say that, because like that's you know, because I be having the comebacks, you know, and it's just like trying to stifle, and it's like, you know, I don't want to do that, and also trying to get more creative with my insults, creative in a way where I'm not just
So now the girls are giving creative reads.
no, only because I don't want to slide down to like, you know, bottom tier, you know what I'm saying, like the lowest part of the totem pole, you know what I'm saying, trying to go to their profile, trying to find shit about them to read them about.
Using those words.
I used to do that. That'll be my thing.
We're going to stop reading the girls out.
Look, I have had 4 Twitter accounts,
Girl.
and they've all been Life Through Glasses. I don't know. I've been really lucky, but I've deleted them, like, you know, and come back. You know, I don't know, whatever,
Ma'am.
So through that time, you know, my first 2 accounts, I was a hot ass mess, and when I say I was always arguing with people, always, like when I say just like the longest thread of going back and forth, and then just like, you know, and nothing was off limits. Nothing was off limits, you know, and it's like looking back, it makes me cringe, like, you know, how low I went just to insult somebody based off of a petty ass fucking argument over nothing, you know, and so now it's like trying to just not only not do that, but just be respectful, you know. But then when people make me angry, like
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Steven.
transphobes, man, I swear to God, I'd be wanting to say everything, and I'm like, you know, but what might this is something I say might be alienating somebody else, you know what I'm saying? Also, I don't want to have those cruel, mean feelings about, you know what I'm saying? So it's like trying to find a way to read you out without like stooping to those levels, and I just keep saying crusty, and it's not good enough.
No.
Crusty don't feel good to me.
But
you know?
then it's
Like,
just like
been using that
it
too.
don't hit like that for real.
it's just like also if you have to like read like that, then you don't need to be reading anyways. Like,
And I want to arrive there, but it's like,
I
you
ain't
know,
there yet.
the right-
I speak for
Look,
myself.
look at my girls.
Let me just say this.
because when I
Not
encounter
there
the
yet.
things that piss me off the most are anything that have to do with transphobia and anything that like demeans or insults sex workers or you know,
Okay.
Yeah.
those things get me hot.
I'd be ready
And
to
so
Girls
it's like
gotta make their money.
I jump into like, and I'm like halfway through a reply, and I'm like, okay, maybe I should just mute them. Maybe I should just block them. Maybe I should just not respond and keep scrolling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to, do better at, because I'm just like, ooh, bitch, I'm gonna tell you about yourself. And I'm like, well, no, that's not.
Also, I don't have that much time in the day. Like, probably like 95% of my timeline is problematic, and it's my fault. But like,
Mine is mostly just like jokes.
I like literally don't have the time to like combat what goes on social media. So like, I get
on Twitter to laugh most of the time. Like, if I'm on Twitter, I'm looking to chuckle. I'm not necessarily looking to argue with anybody, or I'm looking to be foolish. In some way.
Yeah.
Ain't it true?
What did you?
I'm just I said I'm working on it, but I'm still going to read the girls out if I have to, because the girls be trying.
I was gonna also say, when talking to friends, another thing that I've been like really changing, is when talking to friends, not being sure not to like commiserate and to vent. If it's something about me, or it may be like a problem that my friend is working out, like actually having effective conversation instead of like just sitting by the cauldron and just like reading or like just spewing like hatred or whatever. Like, I no longer, not that I would never be the girl to do that, but definitely when I was younger, I would sit around the cauldron and read the girls out. And that's just not me anymore, nor does it feel good, nor does it look good, nor does it sound good. Like,
my friend Jordan and I were talking about that.
It's not good.
Like, it's just, it doesn't feel good to just sit and like talk about people like that. I think maybe when I was younger,
now
it felt good in a weird way.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, but like now that I'm older, now like you said,
key
we
is
are
the
gonna
key.
key.
Yeah,
we
like,
are gonna key. But like, just sitting around and just talking mean about people,
just
it makes my stomach hurt. Like, I don't like it. So,
and when I'm around it, I'm like, oh no, and I don't hang around anybody that just be like reading the girls out. But when I am perchance that I am around it, I get quickly away, like because you ain't gonna be talking about some. I'm talking about
know your place.
Yeah, it just makes me uncomfortable. It's like you being mean for no reason.
Yeah,
like, don't do that.
Yeah, and a lot of girls do that on Twitter too. That's a reading place. A lot of girls do that on Twitter, and I have to make sure that I don't get into some things just because like it just doesn't look. This show kind of changed my.
What?
Yeah,
because I think what this show does for me, and I don't want to speak for the rest of you, but it forces me to confront like my own words, my own views, my own beliefs, especially when people regurgitate them back at me. And so it forces you to kind of think about it, and it's like, well, I mean, I've been standing on this fucking foundation for so long, but is this really where I should be standing? Is this the hill I should be dying on? And so like I like how this has done that for me.
Yeah. I don't know. Another thing, I recently read this story in The New Yorker called God's Caravan, and it's very rare that in the Black community we talk about like mental health all the time, or we talk about mental health on the show, but it's still a stigma in the Black community. And I read a short story. It was about like this young Black boy, and he was in the Deep South. And it just talked about all of the traditions that are surrounded with being Baptist. And it also just talked about how mental health is viewed in the Black church. And it was like the first time I've ever read anything like this. And it was also in the New Yorker, so I was really excited. But that's something that I totally feel different about. And around my family now, I'm so... vocal about like just my experience with therapy, and when I'm around other Black people, I'm very vocal about my experience with therapy, and my experience with therapy has totally changed my outlook, and that's something that I was told wasn't good when I was younger and growing up. So yeah,
excellent
work.
And reprogramming that has been hard. Like I will say, you can think what you think. I think even like just regular people still think that going to therapy is bad, or that something has to be wrong with you, or that something is like off or out of line, but like it could be used as a tune-up. And that's what I like to think of it as.
Checking in with yourself.
Yeah. And someone that is like unbiased and that doesn't necessarily know you, and you can't really necessarily manipulate, because I think also sometimes when we're checking in on friends, we're doing it via like text message or like on a phone, and it's just like, oh well girl, you can't really see them, you don't know if they good or not, so it's just like they saying they good, but is they good? So yeah, that's kind of like the things that I've been working on reprogramming. I don't know. It's good stuff. Hard work, but good stuff.
Work, Miss Name.
Hard work, but good stuff. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tell y'all perfect other than you. Look, that was yeah.
Trey
So
not working
y'all-
on shit.
So y'all perfect. Look,
No,
I'm blessed and limited stress. You know me.
Yeah, bitch.
Oh,
y'all
wow.
What is that?
perfect.
You
feel
what?
like-
You blessed, never stressed.
I'm blessed with limited stress.
Y'all don't have
Oh.
anything, any reprogramming to do, bitch.
I mean, I would think mine would mostly be probably always thinking the worst. Probably of the situation. So like as long like for me,
And then reacting and such.
reacting or just not letting the person explain first.
Mm.
Because I just feel like I overanalyze almost everything. And so I know, like, I feel like I know essentially what you're going to say and why you said it before you do. And so I don't have to listen to what you're saying because I already know. But that's that's like not a good thing to do. You should let people explain themselves.
Yeah, you
should
kind of
let them-
end up reacting to your own thoughts.
Yeah. And so I think that is what probably mostly.
That's very problematic.
Exactly.
Excuse me, bitch.
Right?
You're a loser.
You are the worst of the worst.
You are a
Nothing.
loser.
Nothing.
Thank you for contributing.
Thank-
Not a loser. Oh my god.
Oh my God, girl! I didn't know that's what she was working on. No, I just-
Thanks. They already thought I was a bitch then.
I mean, look.
You said it, so it's not us.
Well, I feel like that causes a lot of anxiety, though.
I don't think for me
Anxiety is the
there's a-
reason why I overthink things.
Yeah.
And I,
Oh my
yeah.
God.
So like that's a natural thing. Like I'm already gonna overthink things, but allowing someone to like explain first before I go on like a whole like life story about why they are trying to like hurt me shouldn't be the thing. Like
Isn't that a
feel
way?
like-
That's a way of protecting yourself.
Yeah,
Okay,
but it is.
like-
Yeah.
But I think there's nothing to be like. There's rarely a case where someone has tried to hurt me
Hmm.
that I wasn't able to defend myself. There should really not be any like be any real wall there. Me thinking like I can't defend myself, so I need this barrier first so that I could soup up and be okay. Like I don't need that. Like I think that after a while, I've learned that mostly no one really can hurt my feelings that much. Like I'm not really hurt that often, and so there's no real need for it.
Especially people that you don't care about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like for me, like when you guys just talk about Twitter and stuff, like I rarely like you can say or be mad at me about any of the things I've tweeted, but I honestly don't care because I don't know you, and you really hold no weight. Like you're just someone that I've met on the internet, and you could honestly be anyone. So like for me, that's like those people don't really like. I don't get upset. I use Twitter mostly as a good key and a good laugh. Like that is what most people are for me on Twitter. Is a good laugh because some of the shit.
Anybody that considers themselves to be one of Trey's peers or friends,
Oh, okay.
you're not.
Right.
You're just somebody who follows on Twitter.
No,
is the message.
not that. Like,
No, I'm
you've
kidding.
met-
I'm totally
I've met so many great people in like through Twitter in real life. You guys, right? But there's also people that like I ain't never gonna meet, and like that's fine, and we have a great whatever it is. But you aren't really gonna hurt my feelings if one day you start tweeting shade to me. Like it's just not gonna hold the same weight as if one of you tried. Cause then it'd be a little bit different. What else? It would.
I can't.
At all.
I don't know. What else can I say? Like I feel like I don't know what else I'm working on.
No, that's a lot to be working on. It's like
Bitch,
everybody
you had 3 whole things that
Shady.
you're
She's
working on.
on.
You had
That's-
a whole segment of
That's
what you
shady.
were working
give
on.
what I gave,
and
and
you
I
tried
give
to
what
come
I
to
gave.
me.
You please keep giving me
You
sound bites,
came
please.
to me. You
I
came
appreciate
to my
you.
door.
I
And
appreciate
you knocked
you.
on my door to
I
ask
appreciate
me what you wanted. And I gave you your
Girl.
order, and now
and you
you're being
did-
disrespectful.
I know, just
I love a soundbite, bitch. I can't with you.
All I know is I said what I said, and I ain't changing it.
Oh my goodness.
So we.
I love when we key.
And we have a few more seconds. Anything you want to?
No, this thing I'm working on myself. I need the other girls to speak up. I feel like I be dominating sometimes on the conversation and give what my life is going through. I'm okay on that today. Yeah.
Well, I guess we have a listener question that, and don't go, look, I have to preface it with don't go in on.
Oh
no! Stop telling us not to go in.
Aaron, don't go in.
in.
Chill on me.
I'll
Aaron,
talk
carry
to
as
her
you do.
offline.
Everybody chill on me, okay?
Carry as you should. I can't.
Ooh. Okay, here is the listener's the ask him question. Listener letter is titled "Stressed Husband." Hey, hello guys. Here's the thing. My husband and I have been together for 10 years, married for 3. And everything was good for a while, but lately his sex drive has gone downhill and mine is still high. He keeps telling me to go get a plaything and has even tried to set me up with one, but I feel like it's a trap.
What?
For trouble. If I take it, if I'm telling the truth, I really just want to fuck him constantly. Should I take the bait or should I just keep handling myself?
Take the bait. And I say that because you got to take care of yourself before your husband, because your husband could be here today and gone tomorrow. You're going to still have to take care of yourself.
Girl, what?
That's me. That's my thought.
Okay.
That's my thought.
No, okay.
I love how everybody, when I give a something, it's like a whole big doo-doo. That's
It
me.
is not a whole big
I mean,
doo-doo.
it is. All the time.
I can
Go off.
bitch.
I mean,
Hey,
look,
bitch, but we on the same
I
level.
was
You get where I'm
surprised,
going. Go ahead, y'all.
but that's your opinion. Like, that's
Period.
what it is.
Next. Go ahead, y'all.
For me, I think there's a lot that I can feel like should be unpacked here.
Yeah. Too much.
But I think that it really involves with how much sex is important to your relationship. Like, is that like the driving factor of what you guys are together and all this stuff? Because if so, then if you're like, I feel like if so, then y'all need to have a real come to Jesus moment about whether you can keep living like this. And then if not, honey, there's toys for a reason. There's
take the bait.
hand, like your right hand is for a reason. Your left hand is for like, honey, do something. But like to like throw away your relationship because your partner is not giving you sex 5 times a week is a little extreme to me.
Take it.
Like I don't.
I agree. I think I agree with most of what you said.
That's first.
No, I'm trying to. Yeah, I think I agree with you. Yeah, you need to sit down and talk to them. Like, have a real talk about, like, you know. I mean, I'm basically just biting what Trey said. Just, you know, have a talk about how important sex is to the relationship, and, you know, take a look forward and see, like, if you two are going to move into adding other people, you know, into the physical, then see where that's going to take you down the line. See if that's something that, you know, either or both of you is actually comfortable with. But also, I don't know. Like, I don't know.
My thing is a little bit that if you guys have been together for 10 years, I think there has have to be a lull in sex for some period. Like, no one's constantly having sex.
So there might be.
There's a reason.
There might be there could be a reason. There might not be. You know, maybe you should look for that instead of automatically like, oh, let's fuck somebody else, or let, you know. And I don't know what to do because I'm just like, maybe let's dig and try to find the reason why. You know, like, is there a reason why they don't want to have sex as much? There could be.
I think there is a deeper, like...
How was the sex in the beginning of the relationship? Was it on?
Yeah, they said it was... I mean, the question said that they've been together for 10 years, and it recently started to lull.
I mean, that's 10 years in the
There's
game. That's
sex
10 years
drive.
in the game, Miss Thing.
For me, I'm saying, not even like get bored or
10 years in the
anything,
game.
but like more so like, I think... we talked about it before, like, things happen in people's lives. Like,
Yeah.
work can be stressful. Anything could be stressful.
Because there's a
So many
laundry
stresses.
list of things that can affect libido. So.
Yeah, and like for me, like, I'm trying to just thinking about myself. I know whoever I'm gonna be married to or partnered with or whatever, please don't expect to have sex 5
Aaron,
times
calm
a week.
down.
You
6
know,
times a week. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. You get
Oh
a
my
good
God.
2, 3, maybe.
2 days a week.
I'm not gonna put it. I'm not gonna put a number on it.
different.
What I'm gonna say
put a
is,
number on it.
I'm not. What I'm gonna say
Depends on
is,
how I feel.
what you're not gonna do. We're not gonna be fucking like 24/7. Like
Look,
you know how
you
people.
ain't gonna be
you know the
highly
tweets.
Doubt people really fuck.
You know, and I'm
24/7.
not saying that this is what listener. This is not necessarily
all
directed
day.
at you,
Yeah.
but you know, you see them tweets. People say like, "Oh, we gonna have get
They
up
be
in the
talking
morning
shit.
sex, breakfast sex, after breakfast
Talking
sex,
shit, girl.
on the way to the car." So, you know that real long list of like
Nah,
just
I suck
having
your
sex
dick every
constantly.
day, but I'm
They
not.
trying to bait the niggas
no,
with that.
let's
Look,
take a
I
second.
suck the
You know what I'm
dick
saying?
every day,
Because
nigga.
I have
I'm gonna be
responsibilities.
poked
You know what I'm
every
saying? Like I need to break for tea. You know, we're not gonna be fucking like
You ain't
that.
gonna
Like
be
it's
poking
not
me.
right. Get off of me. Get off of me.
Now I suck your dick every day, but you ain't gonna be poking me.
Not
every day.
sucking-
Not to
I
well,
wanna-
not to stray too far from the listener.
I want to get back to the
Yes,
listener.
let's get
question.
back. Sorry, listener, we're back.
Sorry.
Back to your life.
Right,
Back to you.
because we slid out.
I think that you may want to check in with your partner to find out if there is a reason that he is not having sex so often. I think maybe you need to find out what does a normal sex life look like for him, you know, and what that means when y'all are together. Because more often than not, there's like that one partner who, again, their sex drive is extremely high, and they're usually paired or partnered with someone who may not want to have sex
Mediocre.
as much, you know. And nothing is wrong with that, but a balance can be found. Now,
Okay, sis.
I feel some type of way, and this is your relationship, but if I am coming to my partner and I'm saying that I want to have more sex and you option to bring a third in, I'ma fight you. Because
Wait, they said a third person was a sex. Didn't they say something about sex toys?
No, they said
Bring a
find
thing
a
in.
playmate or
Oh,
like,
yeah,
find
like-
a
Oh, I
player.
heard this. The
that,
toy
and that's
Sorry,
a
my
person,
bad.
right?
Look,
Plaything to me. So I think
Did it say
depends on how
playmate
you-
or
I was saying
plaything?
toy.
It says plaything.
Oh,
So
okay,
to
sorry,
me,
my bad.
It could be either or, depending on like what you.
I thought it said
reference.
playmate,
Like
my
so
bad.
for
I
me, a
thought mate,
plaything could be like, oh, get you a little side thing, or you
Yeah.
can get a thing of a toy or
Oh,
something.
he was trying to set her
So-
up. Oh, wait a minute. That changes everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Oh.
talking
But
we don't know
about.
if that's
And
what's
so-
I don't know
happening.
which.
Well,
which
I'm taking
thing
it
is.
as such, and you can write in
and that's
later.
different.
What I'm taking this
Update.
as is that this man is offering the writer to bring in a third party, and that would be very
That's what I told my mama to take care of
disconcerting to me,
herself. No
you know. Again, I don't, even if you're talking about toys, again, I'm saying that I want your physical touch, and if the conversation was had, neither playmate, plaything, that's not an option to me. You know, we need to have a real discussion is what I'm saying, and I don't think those were presented as real options. So, but I don't know if the writer had an actual sit down with his husband, because if a conversation is not being had, then, you know, we can't get down to the
Yeah,
bottom
why
of
would
it.
the
But
girls bring the sex toys into the room with them?
right,
Things
no.
happen.
So
I don't like toys.
yeah, I mean,
Hey.
Other than the flashlight,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
my girl.
love her. But other than that,
I mean, I think toys are a great extension with
For
someone else.
girls.
Like,
yeah.
I'm toys down if somebody else. In
come
the room
on, I'm
with me,
toys
man.
down, bitch. Toy Story,
Yo, no.
Toys R Us,
No.
bitch.
Oh my goodness. Disney.
I'm not cutting up.
We are not trying to get
Disney,
shut
Pixar.
down.
But I
Sorry.
mean, listener, writer, please have a. I mean, obviously, you've been with this person for 10 years, so y'all can definitely have a conversation. And
Shit, y'all
I
married.
think that again, if you know, bringing in a third or you having a separate convert, but
Take care
I'm
of your
sorry if you
Look.
optioning a third, we playing together. You ain't playing by your
What's that?
motherfucking self, bitch, and that's my.
Tag me
That's
in.
the only
Look.
problem that I have. Like, bitch, you ain't gonna be out there playing by yourself, girl.
Girl.
Tag me in, bitch.
No comment, bitch. I don't know nothing
No
about all that.
shade.
Okay,
And that
So
don't have
shade.
nothing to do with you listeners. Like, this
Look,
is
keep this between the
back to my
girls.
life.
Look,
You're
I'm
a
talking about my
dumbass.
shit. Sorry to get off yours,
Yeah,
but
but I'm
look.
like, girl, you're not gonna be out there playing by yourself. So, yeah.
Okay, so conclusion
Yeah,
for the writer.
In conclusion,
Yo.
Because
please
we would've
update
slid
us
off a couple
with
times.
what going on if you had this conversation, because I'm kind
Yeah.
of interested.
Broach the
to
conversation
know.
again, and you know,
And keep
make
us
it a little
updated.
more sincere this time. Let's sit down. Let's actually talk about this. Let's say the things that we're uncomfortable to say You know,
And don't just
because
focus on yourself.
because of the fact that I love you. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the physical thing is there, but I also really care about you. And you know, so
I hope.
let's talk about this.
And
So-
don't take none of the things that we're giving you as shade because we just playing around with this motherfucker.
And
you know.
the last thing, listen to, I don't know what the episode was, but we listed the basically the physical, the spiritual, the emotional.
Yeah, I remember that.
And sit down and have a conversation with yourself and like organize, like, how important is this to you and to the relationship?
Yes, that too.
Mhm.
10
Especially
years in
that.
the
Let's
game.
Come on.
elevate that to the top.
I rounded that off
That's
well.
Yes, you
yes,
did.
That was good. So it's Jam of the Week time. Malik, since you pussy popping on the handstand,
hold
honey,
on.
what's your Jam of the Week?
Look,
All that
well, I don't want to steal, so this is the thing.
Bitch, go ahead.
Aaron was singing my jam of the week when I walked in, and I actually was listening to the song in
I
my
was too.
earphones as I was walking into the studio.
I was listening to the song on the way here.
I'm not gonna steal that from her, but what I am gonna do is pull another song from the album.
Okay.
But
I'm about to say the girls can't share a song.
oh, Drunk Dialing is like my next song by Summer Walker. And I hate all this turmoil that she's going through on
Stay
social
on
media.
Me too.
Leave my girl
Leave her
alone.
Yeah.
I have my feelings are about maybe 10% mixed, and the rest of it is very like I'm on her side.
yeah, same.
You know,
Same.
there is a bit of mixed in there, but for the most part, especially since I suffer from anxiety too, and there are times when I can't leave my house. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we don't know what her contract, you know, entails, or
Yeah.
maybe she thought. I saw a tweet from this guy Terry Tommy. He said that we don't know what was in that contract. We don't, or that maybe she thought she could handle it when she signed it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know any of that. All we know is what, you know, she shows us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, maybe think about it a little bit before you decide, I'm done with her. I see it all the time.
What you
I'm
done
so
with,
done.
girl?
She need to quit. I'm like, y'all need to chill.
Y'all ain't half
Like,
done with half them
dead
people.
ass. You know
And
what
this
I'm
is
saying?
one time when I'm willing to, I don't want to say this, separate the artist from the music.
Mm.
Like, the album is fire,
This
for lack of
album
better
is killer,
words.
yeah.
I've been listening to. I haven't sat down and listened to the whole thing all the way
Yeah.
through, but bits and bits, and it's promising. Speaking of,
Body is my shit.
That's also another great song.
is that your jam?
I was gonna
That
say
was 2 weeks ago.
one thing that you said about her album on the last episode. She did a disservice, or they did a disservice by adding so much autotune.
Yeah, because her voice is fine.
Yeah, I would have liked to hear the entire album natural.
This is the reason why. So my jam of the week is "Come Through,"
Look.
Summer Walker and Usher. When I say, okay, first of all, shout out to London because he made the fuck out of that beat. And I love the way that Summer sings the song, like the verses, how it's structured, how she like goes. Her voice is so beautiful. I can't. So
Have you ever heard Nicole Ray?
No,
what she
Cole Ray.
oh,
What you got
no,
to
I
say?
haven't, but I'm
entreat
interested.
you.
Right.
I entreat you to like go dig in her,
her,
catalog.
I will do so.
That's
Is
what she
it
reminds me of.
WRAY?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Got you.
Her first album is on iTunes or Apple Music as just Nicole though.
Got you.
Let you know.
Yeah. But "Come Through" is my. When I say I listen to it over
Bro, you said Nicole.
and over again. So yeah, that's my jam.
Stevie darling.
My jam of the week. She released 2 songs this week, but I'm gonna choose one. It's Dawn Richard. Shout out to Edison. He loves when I use Dawn as jams of the week. She had a song called Slim Thick featuring Trick Girl. Dawn is. It took me a while to get back into her because she took like a different route with her music and like the EDC or whatever. But this is like one of her dance records, and I've seen like 2 of my followers in her video dancing. So
Yes.
yeah.
understand.
It's a dope song. So yeah, Slim Thick by Dawn Richard.
Her other song that was it A Poppy?
A
Is that
Poppy
what
is
it's
cute
called?
too.
That's a cute song too.
Yeah. Shout out to Dawn. Edison, I know you love this.
And Selena Gomez put out something. That video, did y'all see?
The
Which one? That's
Miss
Look at her
she out
now,
there
honey.
trying to get.
girl. I paid it. I was like,
I liked it.
no disrespect,
no shade.
no disrespect, but I paid it.
No,
I'm gonna be honest.
I don't.
I listened to this song and was like, this is cute. Like if it was just playing on the radio, like I wouldn't immediately turn it off.
Have you heard the
'Cause I
other
just like,
one by her? She
that
released
one I'm
another
not
song
hearing.
after that, "Lose You to Love Me."
Yeah, I don't.
That's like a
care
hot
about
song
that
right
one.
now.
I haven't heard it.
I haven't heard it either.
I just
I saw
heard-
I saw the thumbnail of the video on
Yeah.
YouTube, but I haven't watched it.
Mm-hmm.
And Tanashi got a song out too, right? Oh.
bitch,
She
look
was-
at me now.
She was like this in the video. look at her now. And I was like, okay.
Bitch. Okay.
Look at her now.
And Tinashe got a video out too, right?
My
Shout out to
love.
Tinashe.
Yeah.
We love
Bitch, I
her.
need to get my damn
Yeah.
jam
Yeah,
of
that
the
was
week.
my jam of the week. One of the weeks was Die a Little
Yeah.
Bit. I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I think it was last week.
Love her.
Yeah,
Oh God.
I'm sorry, baby.
My jam of the week is Anthony Ramos's "Woman."
Oh yeah, let me
Tell
add
you.
that
Okay,
right
so
now.
this song, something about it, it's supposed to be like a sad song, like he should have treated you right, da da da. But it makes me want to have sex. So I don't know why, but it's real sensual and very like.
And you said the title of the song is "Woman."
Yes.
I
it's
have to
good.
check him
I
Oh, here we
like
go.
it.
Yep. Okay, let me add this.
Here we go.
And I just loved him as Mars on She's Gotta Have It.
Yeah, with his little
And
fanny.
It's
he
fine
played
ass. Right,
in,
fine ass.
what is it called? That Lady Gaga movie when she was over that man. What was that movie?
Stars Born?
Yeah, I didn't see
Oh.
that, so I don't
No.
really.
I watched it.
And
It
he was in
good.
Hamilton. But this, I mean, his album is very funk, R&B, popish. It's great. I didn't know he could sing like that, but this woman's song makes me feel some type of way, and I like it. And his album is called The Good and the Bad. It's his debut album too. So.
Yeah, and it came out this year.
Shout out to him.
Any last words, darlings?
Yes, I actually have a last word.
Oh
Same
shit,
look.
she gotta get her
Bitch.
phone.
You got a
Yeah.
list?
Hold on.
Look,
She wasn't even ready though.
My sis, her show coming up. So, as y'all know, my friend Alec Macklin
Yes, bitch.
shout out to Alec.
is
My honey.
vocalist, pianist, all that good stuff.
Oh yeah,
And-
on the
Yes. So I invite you. He has a show coming up November 19th, stage 1 at Rockwood Music Hall. He's going to start on at 11:59, so at midnight. Come out. It's free. It's a good time. It's a cute time. It's in like the Lower East Side. So
And Mac is so talented.
Yeah.
I'm about to say, I'm gonna need
Like,
Alec to get some.
so talented. Like
Yeah.
I love his voice and like all the instruments he plays. Like, I love it.
So if you want to follow him or just see, like, step into his world, as we say, you can find him on Instagram and Twitter at Macklin. So
Macklin actually has 2 eyes on Instagram at least.
Sell
I'm
it.
not entirely sure about
Yeah.
Twitter, but yes.
It'll be in the description.
Yeah.
So
If Aaron adds it.
come on out.
Come on out.
I hope
Look.
to see Aaron back on the stage soon too,
Uh-huh.
because he performed at the Rockwood
You need to
Music
give us
Hall.
a
I
Cabaret,
did.
honey.
I sang kind of like a acoustic-ish version of Crazy by Gnarls Barkley with Alec on piano, and it was awesome.
It was amazing.
I'm waiting for the Aaron Cabaret.
Okay.
Girl, you gonna see me in them fishnets.
on.
Yes,
Come on,
give me,
Fishnet.
give me Luann. Give me
Yes.
Countess.
Listen, I'm about to roll over on
Come
stage.
on, Countess.
Go off.
But
But yeah, that was it.
on a
Anything
serious tip, yeah, check on your strong friends. Make sure you do that. Sign the strong friend. You know, I have had friends that reached out to me, but I just want to put that out there. I don't think we like say that enough. So yeah, make sure you check on your strong friends.
You?
Oh, moisturize.
I shouldn't have
And I
asked
had
that.
one more.
It's important.
One more thing. I love you, Delonte. Delonte came and we went to the
Yeah.
View again, and we
Hey,
did
Delonte.
some things around the city. And he loves him. He's such a big supporter of the
Yeah.
podcast, so I always have to show him love and shout him out. So yep,
Boom, boom.
that was it.
Like we always say, you can catch us every motherfucking Wednesday.
Air motherfucking Wednesday.
We love y'all. Bye.
Bye.